Hi everyone. Before I'm Darlene or Bubbles, and we are on our Sugar Babes episode 6. And before I actually introduce or formally introduce our guest, I would just like to honor and acknowledge the people who are watching now. We actually have 11 million viewers at the moment on Facebook. Hi guys. Are you as excited as me? Oh my gosh, what else is possible? And I'm also very excited because the guest is someone who is an inspiration for me to keep coaching and to learn um, to to be to be not trying hard to coach people but just to listen and learn from everyone. And yes, yeah, so this program you're actually watching is Sugar Babes, and this platform is powered by the Fox Tribe. So the Sugar Babes program actually aims to introduce you to different inspiring people and who have different backgrounds and how they be or embody the Sugar Babe energy or spirit. So this is not to pressure our guests, our future guests, but we see this in them. That's why we have this space. And yes, for our guest for tonight is a she and has over 30 years of experience in proven track record in business development, sales and direct marketing management, and other related trainings to different brands and ventures. She is a certified life coach as well as a business coach, emotional intelligence coach, and meditation teacher. She has gained her coaching accreditations from ICF and ASC and continues her learning journey for her life. For life, she has been facilitating coaching over 15 years, countless workshops and courses, including breakthrough, leadership mastery, personal development, and performance coaching. So she has also helped create renowned programs such as the Go Coach program, which I graduated in, Coach the Coach, the Abundance program, Awaken, REAL, Real Women, the Life Coaching School for Women, PH, and among others. So let's give our energetic, warm round of applause for Coach Gina Katigbak. Hi, Coach.
Hi,
Hi.
hi, Darlene.
Hi po.
Wow, that's a mouthful. Thank you so much for acknowledging all of that. 30 years, blah blah blah, and the
Yes.
15 years. I love that. Thank you. You're awesome.
Thank you, Coach. Welcome to the Sugar Babes
Uh,
program.
I'm owning my Sugar Babes tonight. I'm wearing my Sugar Babes hat tonight. I love it. I love it. I love the just saying the word. Actually, the title makes me smile. Uh, it's like a song. It's like a song.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're gonna own it tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, owning it. Yee. So actually, my first question is so. I think you will. It's good. I think my questions are so simple and so formal, but maybe yeah, we'll just start with this and then flow from there.
Sure, sure. Thank
So
you.
yeah,
Keep it simple.
yes, it's simple.
It's a
So let's
Friday night. We shouldn't make things complicated.
for you, coach. So the first question is for you. What does it mean to be a life coach?
Mm, yeah. Life coaching for me is really being passionate and on purpose. Life coaching for me is my opportunity to serve and support, people tap into their potential, seeing their possibilities. And I guess I like to create that space. That's what life coaching is, creating that space where you are supporting someone to, you know, step into their own, step into their own. And you're not the one doing it for them. You're just creating a space in which they can make choices and empower themselves in their life. So I think that's such an amazing feeling to be able to do that. And yeah, that's for me. Coaching is really the essence of just loving and supporting people so that they can be the best version of themselves, however that may look like for them. Yeah, love and
Okay.
joy.
Yeah. So it's so life coaching for you, coach, is actually having that space for people to actually choose greatness.
Yeah,
I think that's
absolutely.
yes. And if someone is considering to becoming a life coach, what are the things they should like start with, or is there
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Life coaching in its essence is really conversation, right? So if anyone wants to start life coaching, it's how to step into meaningful conversation with somebody and seeing that individual capable, complete, worthy. And coaching is you being able to create and hold that space of possibility for the person, even when they don't feel the possibility at the moment, and believing in that, believing in the person, and believing, that they are capable of doing whatever it is they choose to want to do and create whatever it is they choose to want to create. And um, however they define like the best version of themselves or their greatness, that's possible for them, because as a coach you're going to be able to see someone, and if you can do this, if you can develop the skill set or this, yeah, this belief about people, that they're complete, they're whole, they have some dark sides but they can get through that and break through, make new choices, take responsibility for their lives. And that's really one of the essence of coaching, is to be able to do that. And if you can hold space for someone to also feel that they're important and that they matter and their choices matter. So if you can start developing that kind of a conversation, then you're on your way to coaching already, you know yeah.
oh, yeah.
And learning
So
how to listen, right, Darlene? Learning how to listen.
yes, that's
Mastering
key.
the listening skills.
Yes. And and also not getting swayed by my own thoughts. Actually, right now I'm
Yeah. But I think that's the hardest thing about life coaching, is that you have to suspend your internal conversation so that you can be present for the person, right? But because of so many things that go on, out there in life, and you have your own sometimes your internal thoughts and your self-talk comes into play. And I guess that's the one thing with coaching, is that you can also coach yourself. Say, okay, suspend that for the moment and focus, listen, and be with. And it teaches you so many things. I think that's really the bonus of being a coach, is it teaches you so much leadership's, you know, traits and attributes, and listening, empathizing, and asking really simple but powerful questions. It's like even just the question, "What do you want?" That's so hard to answer. And then you see people like, "What did she mean by that question?" Or "What does that question mean for me?" And maybe asking is a question that people never ask you. That kind of thing. And that's an important question. Like even the question like, "Who are you?" or "Who do you want to be?" Those are important questions that maybe not a lot of people are asked, and that allows them to reflect inwards as well. So I think it's important to be having meaningful conversations, especially now, right?
yes.
Especially in these times of round two of this pandemic lockdown stuff. This is the time in our lives where we need more and more conversation, more meaningful ones, and that's going to support. So, like these kind of conversations that we're having. I love engaging with you. Thank you so much for inviting me. Um, and it's so nice because it makes you feel, wow, I'm important too. I just, you want to connect with me. So good.
Of course. And I think I also just like to share that maybe the only thing that people or other people like me are just are not not connecting with you, coach, is because maybe they're intimidated or they'll be asked questions they don't wanna.
I get that a lot. I get that a lot. It's okay. I'm not wearing my coach's hat tonight. So,
Yes.
yeah, I do. And I think those are the things that those are good, great feedback. Thanks for sharing that because I do get that feedback quite a bit. And so I have to ask myself, do I still want to have that, as what people feel, or what shift do I want to make in order to have more deeper, meaningful conversations, or widen my widen my tribe and bring more love and joy.
Eh,
Yeah, bring more love and joy. Love and joy, baby. Sugar baby.
yeah, and is there like so your coaching style has changed. You mentioned the coaching style that I got acquainted with you, coach, is actually already the warm and the, like, the space,
Loving.
yeah, the loving. but what I heard from my sister and from my mom, that that your name, from your name alone, they would tremble, and that was also one of the reasons why I was pretty scared when I first got into the Go Coach program, because my sister,
Oh,
my sister's
my,
telling
my
me.
reputation is yeah, yeah. Yeah. Well, it's I have different styles of coaching, of course, and there are certain programs that I do, like our breakthrough programs, which is really tough talk, tough conversations to have. And but it's important. It's important that we do talk about these things because it's we spend so much time trying to avoid it or getting stuck in it, and it's best to just deal with it and break through it, and you're not doing it alone. So yeah, the the space it comes from is from love, um, but the delivery is not as warm and as comforting because it's very confrontational in terms of you are doing your internal confrontation. So we're just creating a space in which you are going to deep dive into try to work through things that you may not necessarily want to be working toward through, but it's important that you do, just so that you don't get stuck into it. The desire to move forward is great, and it's that willingness to work through so that you can get to the other side that's so important. So it's nice to have a coach there to be with you as you do work through those things on your own. So I just create space. I have a loud voice. I wear black, and so it's like, you would just get into. I don't even have to say anything. Sometimes I just like, and then they just, uh,
That's awesome. You don't need to speak, and
I don't
you're
need to, I don't say it. Yeah, a lot of the times I don't even really say anything. I just hold space for them to work through, and I think that that's really important.
and
They
that's
attack, they project. Like I represent the mother, the teacher, the whoever was the the critical incident from the past. So, and that's okay. That's
yeah.
that's how I can best serve. So however I can do that as a coach, I am willing to. So
Wow.
yeah.
Now I actually appreciate that. Also, coaching is being willing to be all energies for the person you're in front of, like
Yeah.
be the tough person for that, if that contributes more to the person, so you're willing to change tones and be direct, and if it brings more expansion to their world, and that's amazing. I just thought of it now. It's an aha moment for me. And yes, some people also, now I realize, some people require the toughness in to change.
Sure.
So
Sure.
mm,
I think also it's also finding what's possible here and what's the best energy in which to bring that possibility forward. And so it's also getting to know the structure and what best serves them at that moment, and that's from the connection, the being with that individual. Yeah, sometimes people just need to hear what they need to hear, and however they take it is how they take it, and not, yeah, not be attached to that. As a coach, can't be attached to that. It's just feedback. Yeah,
Amazing. I
yeah,
think
it's just feedback.
I think a lot of people are also actually having aha moments because I'm feeling all the tingles. Like all my hair is racing, so everyone's excited.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And maybe I would also just like to read some of the comments
sure.
here. We have from there's a lot. There's a lot of comments. So Richard commented like he's agreeing because all his emoticons is an applause. And Miss Merlinda Roa is also saying, "Good morning, beautiful souls." My sister, she's saying, "Super gorgeous."
Yes, you
And
are.
yes, you are. And Miss Fanny Rodriguez is also hello, beautiful. And what else? I think oh yes, and my sister Tina is saying that life coaching, yes, is a conversation and it's stepping into meaningful conversations with somebody. So, and hi, Miss Bella Falcon. And what else is here? Oh yeah, Miss Shields Faith Sabio is saying, "Be the possibility." And learning how to listen is something that they're learning now. And there's so many. We have 15 viewers. And yes. So going
Welcome.
back, yes, going back, coach. I know we talked a lot about your life coaching
Yeah.
and beyond life coaching.
Oh,
I think
beyond life coaching.
who is Miss Gina Katigbak?
What is my significance beyond life coaching? Yeah, well, who am I? I'm a mom of four. I
Mm,
have three sons and a daughter. My oldest is 30 years old, and I'm
wow.
54. So my youngest is 5 years old. My daughter. I love my children a lot. They are my constant teachers. I think that's really, I learn so much from them and how they're being. Speaks a lot of how amazing and resilient people are today. They go through so much in during these times that it's just amazing how they can adapt so fast. I'm not like, it took me a long time to adapt. I guess it's my how I was brought up,
Mm,
so I think it's amazing how quick you know they are now. um, who else am I? I also work in a corporate job by day. I'm a corporate person by day and a super coach by night, um, which is a great balance for me. I think that's really a great balance because I use, like, my personality in the daytime is very much what you're, the intimidating person, because that's the job, right? That's the
yeah.
job. It's being serious and more controlling and more dominant. But it allows me to test um, and expand in how I want to be in that kind of an environment, because it's not a safe environment. I would say it's not a safe environment. I get hijacked a lot. Um, it's an environment where it's reality and you know um, challenges, and a lot of people will shift quickly into fear when you're in that kind of an environment, where it's high pressure, high stress, quick decision making, affects so much, and so, bottom lines, things like that. And it just allows me to continue testing how grounded I can be, and how, yeah, it's been a journey on its own. Like, I've been in this corporate job particularly for almost 14 years now, and I don't panic anymore. Like, I used to panic a lot. I used to be stressed out a lot. And I find that because of my coaching journey and all the things that I've been doing aside from the coaching, meditation, and things like that, I found that I have a non-attachment to suffering, so I don't want to be suffering. So I just make sure that I allow myself to be at peace if I if I feel myself, being not in peaceful state, I will learn to let that go. So the job in itself has been able to continue building, expanding me in that way. And then at night, I do what I love to do. Like spend some time with my family, and then I do some coaching at night and on weekends. And that's just me loving and, spreading love and joy. And sometimes it's not fun conversations, but it's real and it's truthful and it's honest, um, and it's meaningful. So I think if there was a word that I would say, it's coaching is meaningful for me. So aside from that, I'm a business owner, so I started a new business, which is online coaching and online workshops and training, which I was more live before. Now I'm online, so it's great. And I'm doing this with my son and his partner. So it's such a great experience to be in a family business. I never thought I'd be in a family business, but now here we are. And they've been amazing at backing, like how I've developed the programs that I have, because they're such an integral part of that. Um, Coming from, like, learning from a younger generation how to bridge and shift. Like, I really learned a lot how to shift. I would never before, I never thought I'd do something like this. Like, I was like, oh no, it's okay. I'm more of a live kinesthetic kind of person, but now it seems like a very comfortable platform to be in, and you are able to serve so many more. 15,000, 15 million today, right? Viewers today.
Yeah.
We're serving 15 million today. Welcome. Have a cup of coffee. Join us for conversation.
Yeah.
So it's great.
Awesome, coach. I never thought you had four children and your eldest is 30 plus.
Yeah, 30 plus.
You don't look it. Yeah.
Welcome to the world of filters.
No.
I love it. Thank you, Zoom.
And also, I never thought that you had to also adjust to, like, it was kind of challenging for you to actually adjust from an on off how do you call that, live
Live.
platform to this
Yeah.
online platform.
Oh, yeah. A lot of adjustment. I just didn't feel like I guess it's because I had already a perception and locked in on that I cannot connect on a screen. You know what I mean? That was my judgment before,
Yeah.
when we were going on lockdown. I was like, no, no, no. And we shifted to online
Yes.
with our Go Coach, and I thought it was great. I thought it worked out so well, and so now I do all my coaching online. I don't have to fight traffic or anything like that, and I save so much time, and I get to serve so many more people this way. So it's a beautiful, a light that came out of such a dark time. That people started discovering, and ways to connect. Yeah, ways to
Yes. Yeah, so awesome, coach. Also, I think my mom would also relate to you in terms of learning from the younger ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and how yeah, and it's kind of I kind of relate to the family business thing and how tricky it is. Do you also do you also apply coaching into your, like, now that you're in a family business?
I try, and then they say, "Don't coach me. Stop coaching me, mom." I try. Don't get it out. They say, "Stop coaching me." They give me the side eye. But yeah, I think what has served me more, um, is not so much the coaching conversations with my children, but more of what coaching has brought to me, like how I've coached myself through conversations with my children. Like, how do I need to be? And okay, what do I need to let go of? Okay, I don't want to get upset. So this has to be, I have to shift to something else. So it was more like I'm applying coaching to myself. And I think that's a much better, benefit than if I started coaching them on it, because they don't see me as a coach. So I won't be effective as a coach for them. They see me as a mom who's trying to nag them by asking so many questions. So I have to shift from coaching them to coaching myself so that I can have better conversations. And I think that's been working very, very well. And also in the business, I um, to manage and lead a business, or to to give the business over to someone else to manage and lead, which is like very personal to you, was also something that I had to coach myself on, and it's worked out very well so far. you know so yeah, it's been
That's
really.
so awesome, Coach. I'm learning a lot about you today and tonight, and yeah, and also I feel you're such a fox because you can multitask. You have a lot of ventures. Oh my gosh, you're a mother. You're a coach
Yes, I'm
tonight,
a
and then
coach.
yeah, you also work in a corporate job, and you own a business. And
And
how
now
does
I own a business. Yeah, I
how
own
does
a
it get any better than this?
it's being great. I love it. I love it. Yeah, just keep piling it on.
And we have a question here from Facebook. It's from Miss Fanny Rodriguez, and she's
Oh,
asking, um, what are the things na nakakapastress po sa inyo, and how do you handle it?
oh. Um, what are the things that stress me, and how do I handle it? Okay, so well, definitely sometimes there's unrealistic expectations of the job. Yeah, that stresses me out, in terms of whether it's targets, or um, not being compassionate with some people that are at work, or clients, things like that, or hard decisions that have to be made or imposed. So I'm in management there, so there are some tough decisions that have to be made, and that stresses me out, because of course you're empathizing, and you know if you're empathic, you feel the energy and the sadness, and of people. I guess also what stresses me out is when I've become attached to what another person thinks about how I'm doing or what I'm doing, and that gives me stress if I don't feel I'm measuring up. So what I do is I do meditate, and I let that go. I have to meditate, otherwise it's just gonna, one after the other. And if I'm dealing with so many people every single day, like today I had 7 meetings, one after the other, and it wasn't easy meetings. These are tough meetings to have. And so if you put your identity into what other people are, vibrating, and judging you by, or you judge yourself by what other people are doing, and comparing all the time, that's not that really stresses me out. So I have to just find a space of stillness, and I do 5 minutes of just grounding and breath work, just breathing. Or I have so many downloads on my, these 5 minute, 3 minute, 1 minute silent, things that just guide you to just be present, so that's not to think about everything else. Yeah. Or I go have a cup of coffee.
So yes. So
Yeah.
thank you daw po, sabi ni Miss Fanny Rodriguez, the person who asked the question. Thank
Yeah.
you, Coach Gina. And yeah, what we talked about stress. Now, what do you like to do when you want to have fun, Coach?
Oh, fun. I love fun. Yeah. So I guess I'm a late bloomer because I just started watching Korean drama,
Ooh.
but not like the hard drama. It's like the cutesy love stuff. So I'm a romantic by nature, and I love reading love stories and things like that, because I love love. Love is, so I like watching series, and I like playing with my daughter. I love putting makeup. We love putting makeup on together, and we love talking about whatever it is that. She's my only girl, so I didn't have that fun with the guys. with my boys before. So now I take the time to do that with her. And I guess what's fun for me also is learning. Like I love, it's so great. We live in these times where we have so much content available to us. And so just finding content, like I love looking at pictures, and so I don't buy magazines anymore. So I just look at Pinterest pictures. Oh, I think I'm gonna think about my hair today. So I was looking at pictures about shaggy haircuts, or what outfit can I wear tomorrow? And it's fun because it's so easy and accessible, and it just allows you to suspend your mind from whatever it is that is, you know,
Going on.
maybe a challenge at the moment. Yeah. And it allows you to step into joy of the moment, right? And it allows you, and you're choosing joy. That's the thing, is when I pick up a phone and I say, okay, I give myself 30 minutes, more than an hour, like an hour, of joy. So I will find something that is about joy, like will bring me joy. So I think that's fun. I love walking my dogs, with my children, until right now we're on lockdown, so we can't do that. But taking the time to be with them, and my dogs are unconditional love. Like I've got little dogs, and they're just wanting to be with me all the time and following me around. And I never thought I was a dog lover. Honestly, I never thought. And then my son had got a dog for his birthday one year, and then that's it. I fell in love. So now they sleep on my bed and they follow me around, and it's like, who doesn't want to be loved unconditionally, right? So
Yes.
yeah, I love that. And
Okay.
just being with family, I think that's really the most fun for me, is just being in the same space as family has been really good. Yeah. I didn't have that a lot before because I was working all the time. And now this lockdown has sort of just um, been able to give you space to be with and find what, oh my gosh, I've been missing this all along. And now you crave it and you find space, find the time. Unlike before, I wouldn't find the time because, my world was so different. So a lot of things have changed in this last year. Yeah.
Yeah, so great. Oh. I can relate to you with regards to for me, I'm an early bloomer in terms of like in terms of Asian dramas. I
Yeah.
can I started consuming when I was like early high school or elementary. I think late
Wow. Wow.
elementary. So
Okay.
that and yeah, and I'm so happy that I'm not, how do I say this? It's um I'm happy that you got to spend time with your family more this year, and now you have more list of happy or doing dress up with your daughter, which is
Uh,
awesome. And also looking for happy things on the internet.
finding
And
joy. I find joy on internet. Yeah, I
yeah,
do.
and also you mentioned, coach, about choosing joy. You
Yeah,
chose joy. And actually we titled the the episode as choosing greatness. So
love it.
so uh how do I ask this? What for you, what is choosing greatness for
Yeah.
you?
I think for me, choosing greatness is really just stepping into, um, it's the certainty that there's a best version of you and bringing that out, you know, and however you want to define that to be. And choosing greatness is choosing to challenge yourself, choosing to expand, choosing to just manifest what it is that you want to manifest, be the message that you were meant to be. And you know that you have the potential within you. And choosing greatness is you consciously and with certainty choosing the potential and the possibilities that you have, and trying to figure out how to best serve the world with that. How do I contribute? What experiences do I want to have? What learning and growth will allow me to manifest and continue stepping into my greatness? And I guess it's just a word that just continues to be about expansion. It just continues about, you don't stay small, it's you growing and growing, which is really why we're here, is really to continue manifesting the limitless potential that we have. And so when you choose greatness, you're choosing your possibility, you're choosing infinite possibilities, and you're choosing to be creative, you're choosing love, you're choosing joy. You're choosing to experience yourself at your highest version, I guess, at the end of the day. And I think that's what how I'm defining greatness to be. And for me, if I can just be the person who I want to become today, then that's greatness for me. And that for me today, I'm defining, like, today I'm choosing gratitude. I'm choosing to be, joyful. I'm choosing love, and I'm choosing to be at peace, also being peaceful. And I think that's these are the conscious choices that we're making, and then stepping into that experience, being responsible with that, allows us now to own ourselves that much more, and not be all about the circumstances that are around us. And that's for me, that's what greatness is. And that's why I created coaching greatness, and the greatness tribe, is so that other people can also step into a similar space of those that are wanting to grow, and challenge their leadership, and challenge their expansion, this year, especially, yeah, especially this year. And um, and it's a support group to do that.
Yeah, thank you, Coach, for explaining how what choosing greatness is for you, and also for creating and choosing you by creating the coaching greatness tribe and having the support group for other people. Because I, for one, I now understand. I thought really, I thought really, I can be alone and independent. I can, coach myself and all that. But sometimes it takes other people to actually also see my greatness and also see my flaws, or see where I am not expanding, or in terms of choosing the greatness that
Yeah.
I am. And yes, and I also wanted to ask, I know some people might say that they're in a no choice world, like my circumstances dictate my choices. What would you like to, like, a little message for the people who are still in that space?
The space of no choice or stuck, is that
Yes.
what you're saying? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. For sure, everybody feels that at some point. And it's about, what the question is, what do I want to step into now to move me beyond that space? So and the question also that you ask yourself as an individual, what do I want? Because when you ask yourself, what do I want? Do I want to stay here? Do I want to continue believing in a no choice space? Do I want to be unhappy, or do you know what I mean? And when you ask that question and step into being honest and vulnerable, and courageous to ask yourself that question, you will be surprised when you step into being open, also being open minded, what does emerge. And what emerges, on the most part, is a desire for change, right? There's a desire for change. And so change is natural, it's always happening, but it can also be intentional, right? It can also be intentional. So when you're feeling in that space of stuck, or the circumstances is a no, feeling more, it's a no choice situation, shift your perspective. I mean, change where you are in that, in observing that whole situation, and you ask yourself, is that really true? What is possible here? You know, and when you ask yourself what is possible, and then when you bring other people into your conversation and brainstorm on options, you'll see, and go into deep dive into creativity, you will see that there are so much more available to you than just being in that boxed in, no choice scenario. And so it's the ability to let go, of what is, and see it for what it really is, and see it for more than, more than what it is. So look at multiple perspectives of your situation.
See, that's so great. Yeah.
If
So
not, get a coach. They'll support you in finding perspective.
so what you're saying, coach, it starts with a question, and being honest with yourself and giving yourself space to to step back from your world and see where you want to go.
Yeah.
And that's so awesome. And also, you also mentioned earlier that something like choosing daily, like it's a daily thing,
Yeah.
um, or in or moments when you feel like you have no choice, then you ask again.
You ask again. Every moment is a moment of choice, and I think that that's one thing that people really need to always consider, that where I am now can change in my next choice, you know, in the direction where I am. And it's just a shift in a perspective that you're seeing, even if it's just a small shift, it'll change already your trajectory of where you're going. And it comes with with a choice and an action that you want to take around it. And I guess a lot of people feel stuck, or they feel a no choice because they fear taking an action, or they fear something that keeps them in that state or in that space. And so asking yourself, what is it that I'm really afraid of? I mean, do I have to pick up a phone? Do I need to ask support? I mean, there are a lot of things that kind of hold us boxed in. And so at the end of the day, trying to ask yourself those things also. And journaling is a great way to do that. I mean, just doing morning pages, or just allowing your thoughts to flow and writing it down without, editing it or filtering it. Just let it flow and then reread it again. You'll be surprised what does emerge if you don't have. Otherwise, I mean, I offer free clarity calls for those that are like, so you can like go to my FB and book a session for 30 minutes, and we can just talk about whatever. But sometimes it's just that, have a conversation with someone, say, what do you think? What do you think? And not be attached to what they think, but just be open to listening to what they think.
I see. That's so great. So actually, you already gave tools like the journaling, the resetting. 5 minutes is enough,
Yeah.
and also having a conversation with someone you trust,
Trust.
and not also be attached to whatever they think about your situation. So that's so awesome. And I think the repeating thing that also mentioned was not to be attached to anything, like to self expectations, to
Yeah.
other people's judgments,
Yeah.
and just let it go, as you mentioned earlier, coach.
Sure.
So that's so awesome. Thank you so much, coach. And lastly, my last question, the one that I sent late, is if what is there any go to like quote or that people can ponder on where when they're feeling stuck? I know you already said the questions will help them,
Yeah.
but what for you, coach, personally?
Yeah. For me, it's let go who you think you're supposed to be, and embrace who you are. You are enough, and all is well. I say that to myself when it's like, I'm in a very heavy place, or I feel like it's not working. Things are just like something is not working out for me. So I feel the heaviness. I'm sure you can feel energy around it. And so
Yeah.
I ask myself, okay, I have to let go who I think I'm supposed to be right now, and because that maybe is what's keeping me stuck, and just embrace that who I am. And if I always just go back to honoring who I am, which is enough, and I'm amazing and phenomenal and courageous, and not, and be unapologetic of who I fought to become, is, I think, really important also. And not to be so focused on the needs of others, and prioritize my need to be true to who I am. I think that's the most important thing, and that's been that's supported me. Because before I used to think in my corporate job I needed to be this kind of a person, this kind of a person, and at the end of the day, it's not really my natural self. So I think once I started stepping into my natural self, which is a compassionate woman, because before as in corporate I was not compassionate. So now I'm quite compassionate and open, because when you step into compassion you start thinking okay, more possibilities and being open, and you tap into creativity. So whereas before when you're trying to control everything and dictate everything, creativity doesn't flow, so you don't get the best of ideas and things like that. So I think that's helped me quite a lot. So let go attachment of self and others, and just embrace who you are, which is awesome, which you're an awesome person. Yeah.
Yeah. And be unapologetic about it. That's what
Yeah,
you
be
said.
unapologetic about being a woman, of wanting to be, to make a mark in the world, being unapologetic about, your quest for abundance, or your quest for peace and love and joy. I mean, you don't have to be anything for anyone else. It's really how you honor yourself the most that's going to serve you. And that we're naturally about love and joy and enjoy, right? So I think that's, if you step into that, it's going to work out for you. All is well. All
Yes,
is well. Yeah.
all is well.
Yeah.
And I know I said it was a last question. I forgot
Sure.
the most important question.
Okay.
What is a sugar babe for you now?
Oh, I
How
should
do
have
you
been. Well,
define that?
I would say I think I've said it. It's really for me. No, it's this impact. Like when I think about it, it's this very empowered, amazing, courageous, bold woman who, again, is unapologetic of stepping into her high heels and celebrating her womanhood, and also encouraging the sisterhood, and honoring other people as well, lifting up the experience of people versus bringing people down. So I think that is an amazing, powerful, passionate individual. That's what a sugar babe is.
Yay! It was sugar babe.
Yeah, sugar
And
babe.
and I love the part the it's something new to me. It's familiar, but it's something new to me. The one you mentioned about encouraging the sisterhood. That's so awesome.
Yeah.
A
Oh,
great
yeah. I think
definition.
when we find that we celebrate everybody's win, especially when sisters, sometimes we tear each other down more than we lift each other up. But when we start to lift each other up, wow, how strong we become as a you know as women, and supporting other women. And I think at my age, I think that's really the call to action for me, is to continue supporting other women to develop and come into their own, so that we can all leave our marks in this world. I think that's one of the most important things. That's my hope, is the legacy that I will leave also with my daughter and with the people around me. Yeah.
Thank you, coach. That's so awesome. I'm relearning and learning a lot from this conversation. And it's funny because, yes, it truly helps the suspension of my own thoughts
Mm.
and just to be with you.
Thank you. I enjoyed so much talking to you. I've missed you
I
in,
miss you
in our
too.
conversations. Yeah, it's great. It's great to connect. I love it.
Yes,
Thank you.
truly. And also I I have a slide with so you
Mm.
can all contact to all our viewers.
Yeah.
You can contact Coach Gina. She has wait, I'll pin the links. You can find her website and also share a screen for you to see
Yeah, these are my programs. Some of my programs that I do. One is the Coaching Greatness, which is a group coaching membership program. So it's ongoing. We do ongoing enrollments, and every we do this twice a month. This has learning session. It's learning sessions for 2 hours every second Wednesday, and we get a lot from this experience. So I also have a Facebook group called the Greatness Tribe that they join, and these are my leadership coaching and private coaching. So I do all of that as well.
Okay. And you can connect with Coach Gina through her FB page,
Please
Coach Gina
follow.
Katigbak, yeah. And Instagram. She has an Instagram.
I
And
do.
yeah, and I love the website. I checked it. It's so
Oh,
awesome.
thank you. Thank you.
And also you have an ebook. I think it was an ebook on sale. Was it?
Yes, so we have a lot of tools available for downloads, and want to make it as accessible as possible. If you log on to the website, you automatically get um, a free downloadable, an ebook download. So I think that's in itself is about stepping into your own personal power to support you a lot, and you can find more tools and downloads on our website as well. Um, but I have a lot of tips. You can follow me also on Instagram at Coach Gina Katigbak, and my FB page is the same at Coach Gina Katigbak. We have a lot of tools and tips that we post on a regular, and we do challenges on a regular basis. So we encourage people to just step into greatness. It's available to you at any time, and it's a choice that you can make on a day to day basis. So love
Yay.
and joy, yeah.
Yes. And yes, you can just screenshot this slides if you want to keep a copy of where to connect with Coach Gina and also the services.
Yeah.
So, yes, awesome. Thank you, Coach.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much for being here. I honor and acknowledge your being, actually, your all energies, and you. I really appreciate how it takes courage also to be all energies. Like for me, I still have a judgment that I can't talk. I can't, I can't push people because I might break them if I suddenly, be the dragon,
Embrace your
and
inner dragon. I mean, it's part of you.
and that's something I'm learning a lot from you, and yeah, your being is unique as everyone else is also unique, and I'm thankful that you are choosing yourself because you also inspire, like me, you inspire me to choose greatness and not to be scared with this, hosting this
Yes,
program and asking questions. And thank you so
you're
much.
awesome. You're awesome. Thank you
Thank
so much. Also, share. I love your light. I love your energy, and I'm so grateful to be in this space with you and Tina tonight, and all the
you.
15 million viewers out there. Yeah,
And
sending
to the
you
future.
love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm sending contributions also to you,
Thank
Coach.
you. I received. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you.
See you,
Have an
Coach.
amazing night. Bye.
You too. And saying hi to the whole family.
I will.
I'll be adding you on our, I know, we have like a group for Asian dramas done different.
Oh, yeah. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Bye, Darlene. Bye, Tina.
See you,
Thank you so
po.
much.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Tribe.
Bye. Yes, thank you so much, everyone. And that was Coach Gina. And um, yeah, I'll be pinning the links. Wait for it. I'll be pinning it here so you can. And thank you for being here and for choosing you. You could have slept early, but you chose, guys, not to. And be with me. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Oh, there's a pin code. So yes, and um, yeah, what else is possible? And I think we don't know who will be guesting for May, but just follow the Fox Tribe, and we'll be posting the links or the event or the poster for the following Sugar Babes. And that was it. I'm Darlene again, or Bubbles, and this has been a great night of awesomeness and learning and relearning about coaching and getting into meaningful conversations. And I'm so thankful for this space. I also would like just to honor, acknowledge everyone who are choosing greatness and choosing daily or every 10 seconds, whatever that means for you, because we all have different greatness. And yeah, keep choosing and don't be harsh on yourself and keep resetting, just like Coach Nina said earlier. And thank you, thank you, thank you. I think that's it. Ate Christine, I don't know how, do I just end